Welcome to Account Services. This call may be recorded. To access your existing account, please enter your account number, or if you know your party's extension, please enter it now. Thank you. Please hold while I access your account information. The account number you entered is a depository account. As of 12 a.m. Eastern Time, your depository account has an available balance of $2,500,000. An immediate cash transfer has been initiated and will be transferred to the registered beneficiary. All cash transfers are FDIC insured and are certified by the Federal Reserve Bank. Please note, U.S. federal laws require that your account information is kept strictly confidential from third parties. This is to prevent unauthorized access to your funds. All questions should be directed to your account manager. Main menu. To repeat your account balance, press 1. For recent transactions, press 2. Or if you know your party's extension, please enter it now. Thank you. Here are your most recent transactions. You have one cleared transaction. A deposit for $2,500,000 from Publishers Clearinghouse. You have no more transactions at this time. Main menu.
Remember, I said to you, you are not responsible to pay for anything. I want that to be lodged in your mind. All right? The company is the one that is in charge of removing your taxes. However, they have set aside a certain amount that you're going to use on a representational status, that they can put that to the top of the listing for everything else to follow. You understood that part completely, right, Barb?
Yes.
Good. Let me give you these numbers, please. And these numbers are not shared. Okay. You ready? Account
Yes.
number. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. 242. You. All right. They have issued those numbers to me. This is what the first confirmation cleared. So I got a code for you that is cleared those numbers. Okay, those numbers that I just issued to you, the office that is responsible for your representational status amount, that is the 250 bar, they are responsible to look over, not knowing your account number, but when the amount is being issued to do the representational status on the 2.970 that would be issued for your tax amount, they are going to register this as the first amount that should be registered on the amount being deducted. Simply means you're going to be head of the payment list for the tax removals. And I explained to you why, right? And you understood why, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So from the amount, the account that you listened in on, it's one of your representational fields. So at your advantage, there is $2.5 million at your advantage. Now, that is not your full amount, as I said, not your full amount. Now, that is open to you for any assistance, Barb. The thing is now, you don't need any payment assistance as we speak. What you're doing is a representational figure amount that is okay to represent you on the tax removal. Just word quote unquote, you are the one responsible for your tax removal. Because when they check on the amount that you have won, they will see that it was not affected. And your bonuses also will be a part of your bonus will be added to that amount. So that amount will come down as 24,200,000. That's the amount you should be listening for the next time I give you your account numbers. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's get down to business now, Barb. The account and routing numbers I gave you is the area that will be exercising the representation in your regard. As I said, you're not paying for anything, you're doing a representation on your end. I like to
Okay.
emphasize that because I don't want you making any mistakes there. Now, they're supposed to give me the necessary amounts now, Barb from Washington, how you go about your necessary sign-ins. Now, have you ever, as I said, Barb, during your lifetime of banking with Bank, how long have you been with Bank of America? I didn't remember to ask, sorry.
Oh gosh, I mean many years, over 20
Many years.
years. Yes.
I, I could say over 30 years.
Probably.
20. I'm going to put it at
Yes,
20
over
years.
20.
If it's
Okay.
over, it's over.
Yeah.
All right. Um, the largest amount, have they ever, oh Lord, I don't know. I hate to ask these part of the detective questions because I don't want, oh Lord. You don't have to give me full amount, Barb. All right. I don't want you to do that. But have you ever banked with them over $1 million at any point in time?
At Bank of America,
Yes, Bank of America.
um, you mean has there ever been over $1 million in that account at one
Yes,
time?
at one time, right, or even close to a point in time.
Um, no, not in that account. No. Mm-mm.
Not in that account. All right. Um, Using that account, Barb, to represent your amount, the represented amount on the tax removal, it's quarter, it's 250,000. Um, is that a pressure point for that account? Have you ever had that amount in that account before? Anything over 250,000?
Yes, there's no limit on it.
There is a limit on there.
No, there's no limit on the bank
There's
account.
no limit. Okay, but it's not a problem for you in terms of your representations that will be signed to that local area. Reason being, remember it's 250,000, right? When you sign it on your representation, then it comes back to that same account. So I'm asking you, that won't pose a problem for you. It's not a problem. It's just we're not giving them any information in full. So I don't want, you understand? Right.
Uh, to deposit 250,000 in there, is that what you're asking about?
That is the bank that you're going to use on your representational files.
Okay.
No, you're going to have the access of $2.5 million to that account privately
Mm-hmm.
on a private basis, right? But your representational amount is 250,000 that they're wanting a representation from you on that the company is going to give you access to mainly openly. So I am saying to you now to use that account to say, okay, you're going to put it to your one of your company's account, and then the company account releases it back to the Bank of America after they take the necessary information on your representational files, right? They send it back because remember, you're not paying for anything. So it's not like you're going to say, okay, with the attachment, I'm going to remove 250,000 and put it to that account for my activations. It's being paid for. You're not paying. So after they take the necessary representation status report, they're going to send it back to the Bank of America. So I'm asking you now, if 250,000 in that account, you said there's no limit, maybe whatever. I don't even remember that right now. I told you that whatever we discuss, it doesn't lodge in my brain. I'll have to ask you again. And it's not that I don't comprehend well, but it's that I cannot keep anything personal for you in my brain and I cannot write it down. It's against the rules. Okay? So I
All
have to
right.
keep asking the question again. It's not that I'm, you know, weird or anything, but I have to do it that way. It's processed in me that way, not to retain your information. Barb, do you understand what I'm asking though,
Well,
or not?
ask the question that you need an answer to one more
Huh?
time. What's the question you need an answer to?
All right. The question I need an answer to is any account that is listed to the attachment of the one you listened to today is the account that will be used to do your representation on the tax removals for your future benefits, right? If the account that you decide to use, it's going to be 250,000, you're going to push through that account. That account is the account you're going to use to do your tax removal representation from, which is $250,000 signed over to you from the amount being paid. Now, when you, I want to ask you the question, but I'm also explaining before I do.
I would prefer the
200,
question if that's all right.
250,000 in the account, Barb, is the where you're going to use to represent yourself on the tax removals. Have you ever contained in that account over 250,000 that you
Yes.
can use on your own personal business grounds with no complications?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. End of the story.
All
I won't
right.
ask any further question there. All right. Are you comfortable, Barb, in using this account to represent your tax removals like is requested on files, or you're not comfortable with this account?
Well, oh, why wouldn't I be?
All right. All right, let me explain. No, not that you shouldn't be, but a lot of people might say, okay, I prefer to use this one if it's something that I'm going to be if it's a business signing or something, let's use this account, right? So it's not a case where there is any case of discomfort that I am aware of why I asked the question, but it's just on a business basis, personal business basis. If you're comfortable, that's all I want to know with this account being
I mean,
listed.
yes. I
Because
mean, yes. I'm comfortable with using that account.
that's it, Barb. No
Okay.
problem.
All
No
right.
problem. Okay. Bank of America information. Being listed on the account. Okay. Hold on. Type this in Bank of America. The account numbers I just gave you, Barb, it's the personal area listed to you for your representational amount. If you notice, you will not be going to any banks, withdrawing any money, and giving to anyone at the moment. Okay?
All right.
Let me say that. Okay. So you're going to do your representation that's already signed openly to the account that I had you activated this morning or this afternoon, rather. Let me see something. Because they didn't do the activations until they call in to make sure that I'm aware of the listings, and I told them, yes, I gave you the information for you to activate. All right. Um, Barb, I hope you're not bored at home. It's just business, and I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, you don't have to tell me every single detail if you don't want
Okay,
to.
no problem.
You know.
No problem, Barb. No problem. That's all right. I'm sorry. I'm just like that because I like for you to have all information that you are aware of every step being taken. Because I could have you listen to that account and I said, Barb, that's it, right? And that's what you're collecting, and that wouldn't be so. So I just like to do it that way. Yeah. All right. Do me a favor, Barb. I'm going to have you try something for me. Okay? And
All
when you
right.
try, I want to see if the company sends me back a listing that it is deducted from the company's account, or it's shown for deduction from them, from that
Oh,
account.
okay.
All right. So you have 250,000 at disposal. I'm not going to let you attempt on that amount. I'm going to let you try to see I want to see what the email sends back to me afterwards. All right. You said you do online banking, Barb?
I do. Mm-hmm.
All right, you do. You hold on, hold on. This won't pop up with you immediately because it's a process. So let me see if I can put it on an instant show. Hold on. Instant information. All right, Barb, I'm going to disconnect you. I'm going to call into Washington and see if I can. I'm going to try 20,000 and see how it works. All right, if it shows on your representational deduction file or not. I want to see and I want to see something. So let me call you back. I'm going to have you do something, do the transfers, but give me 20 minutes. Let me call in to ensure that we're confirming that we're using it. All right. So there'll
Oh,
be no
okay.
barrier. Call
Okay.
you back
All
in
right.
20 minutes. I'm going to let
Okay.
you do a transfer to that protective account for the representational purposes and see if it is showing a deduction from your $2.5 million afterwards, or it's just shown from the Bank of America only. So let me call you back in 20 minutes and then we try this, see
Oh,
what's
okay.
going on.
All right. All
Okay,
right.